lesson 11.1, modeling perimeter. Okay, so today we're going to be finding the perimeter or the distance around a figure. Okay, so we're going to start with a rectangle. Now, normally you would have a geoboard in front of you, but for today we're just going to use this dotted paper down below. Okay, so I'll scroll down here. Okay, so part A says to make a rectangle on the geoboard or your dotted paper that is 3 units on 2 sides and 2 units on your other 2 sides. Okay, so if you notice down below here, it shows you the example that 1 unit is from here to here. Okay, so we are going to start with our 2 units. So we are going to make our sides here 2 units long. So I'm going to draw from here to here. So 1 unit and 2 units. Okay. All right, and then on the top, I am going to go ahead and do my other side, which is going to be 3 units. So 1, 2, and 3. Oops, went a little fast. Okay. All right, so down below, our other side is going to be 2 units again. 1, 2. And then I'm going to close off my rectangle with 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Okay? All right, so remember a unit is from here to here. So this side has 2 units, 1 unit, 2 units. This side has 2 units, 1 unit, 2 units, and then your top and bottom are 3 units, okay? All right, so to find the perimeter or the distance around a figure, you will add up all of your units, okay? So we are going to start with our sides. So from here and here. So this one was 2 units. So I'm going to add 2 units. I'm going to go ahead and add the other side over here, which was also 2 units. Okay, so I have my 2 sides. Now I'm going to add my top and my bottom, and each of those were 3. Okay, and I am going to add them all together to find my perimeter or my distance all the way around my rectangle. Okay. So I am going to start with adding 2 and 2. So 2 and 2 is 4. So down below here we'll write 4. Okay. And then 3 and 3 is 6. So now I have 4 plus 6. I'm going to draw a plus sign in between there. Okay. So now I'm going to add up all of my sides. 4 and 6 is 10. Okay, so my perimeter all the way around my figure is 10 units long, so I'll fill in that space, and I will fill in the space down below here. Okay. I'm going to scroll down here for this bottom question. Okay, so it says, how would the perimeter of the rectangle change if the length of the 2 sides was 4 units instead of 3. So I would take my figure up above and I would change this to 4 units and I would change this to 4 units. Okay, so instead of redrawing our figure, we are just going to take our numbers down here and we are going to change our 3's and we're going to add 1 unit to each. So we're going to go down below here and I will just write out the problem. So it'll be 2 plus 2. Okay, so I got this side here, and I have this side here. Those stayed the same, but now I'm going to change my units on the top and my units on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead, and this time we're going to add 4 units, and we're going to add 4 more units for the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to re-add those and see what I come up with. Okay, so again, 2 and 2 is 4. Okay, and my other 2 numbers, 4 and 4, we know our doubles is 8. Okay, so adding all of my sides together this time, I would get 4 plus 8, which is 12. Okay, so my question asks, how would the perimeter of the rectangle change if the length of the two sides were 4 units instead of 3? So if I compare my two equations, the perimeter is 10, and this one, my perimeter would be 12. So it would change by the perimeter being added or adding 2 more units. Okay. Going to go to the next page here. Okay, so if you noticed on your page here, I did cross off a couple of them. So we are going to do number 1. 2 and 3, you can go ahead and cross off if you're waiting, or I guess they already are crossed off for you. So I'll cross them off on mine. Okay. All right, so we're on page 626. The next page in your packet should look like this, with number 2 and 3 crossed off. Okay, so number 1 says, describe how you would find the perimeter of a rectangle that is 5 units wide and 6 units long. Okay, all right, so when we are finding the perimeter, there are 2 steps that we need to use to solve. So the first step is to draw out your figure, showing all the units all the way around. And then the second step is to show your equation. So I do not have my dotted paper, unfortunately, and you do not have your geoboard in front of you, but we can still go over here and we can draw our rectangle. So I'm going to draw a rectangle here on the side of my paper. You can go ahead and do the same. Okay, so straight as I can make it. And it says, find the perimeter of the rectangle. So we're going to find the distance all the way around our rectangle. And it says that it's 5 units wide. Okay, so here would be 5 units. And at the top would also be 5 units because those distances are the same. And 6 units long. So that would be these two sides would each be 6. Okay, so if I had my dotted paper, each unit would be one of the boxes, correct? All the way around, okay? But we just drew our shape here. So I am also going to now do the second part, which would be to find the equation or to add up all the sides. So we always start at a spot and then we go all the way around our figure. So we will start at the top with our first width, which is 5 units. Okay, and then I will we'll just go all the way around the figure. So I'm going to add one of our lengths, which is 6 units. Going to add my next width, which is 5 units. And then I'm going to add my last length, which is 6 units. Okay, so now our figure, we'll double check that our figure matches our equation. Okay, should be good to go. I have 4 sides and I have 4 numbers that I am adding. Okay, and so to find the perimeter is to find the distance all the way around. So I am going to go ahead and add up our units here. Okay, all right, so you always add the first 2, second 2, and then add them together. Okay, so we're going to take 5 plus 6, which is 11. Okay, so I have my 2 sides here, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same. So 5 plus 6 again would be 11. So now to find my distance all the way around, I'm going to add up my 2 numbers. So 11 plus 11 is 22. Okay, so my perimeter or my distance all the way around is 22. Okay, so if I go back up to my question, it says, describe how you would find the perimeter. Okay, so what we can write so that we make sure that we answer our question fully is, we'll write it down below since I have a little room down here. We'll write, I will add up all the sides to find the perimeter. Yeah, so I'll just use these lines right here. I will add up all my sides inside the perimeter. Okay, I'll put a period here. Okay. All right, so we are done with number 1. So we crossed off number 2 and 3, so we'll go down below to the bottom. Okay. Now on your paper, I did not fill these out. I was going to have you try these on your own. So if you want to go ahead and pause this video and see if you can try part A and B on your own. Make sure you read the directions. You are going to be starting at 1 unit and counting all the way around to find the perimeter or the distance around. So if you notice, they have a starting spot for you, and we'll go all the way around. Okay, so go ahead and pause this video and count each unit, and then down below you will write your answer. Okay, so if you counted all the way around your figure, you should have gotten 16 units. So I'll go ahead and write my answer down below. If you did not get 16 units, go ahead and try again before you start part B or before you check your answer for part B. Okay, so remembering that each unit would be this distance here. Okay, all right, so for part B, we did the same thing. And if you counted all the way around, from here all the way around each unit, you should have gotten 14 units. Okay, again, if you did not get 14 units for part B, make sure you pause the video and go ahead and retry. Okay. All right, so for your next pages, if you noticed, I went through and I crossed off problems. So please make sure if it has a black X through it, you do not have to do it. If you'd like to do it, you can. Just the ones that are not crossed off are the ones we're doing. Okay? All right. That is 11.1. And after you finish your assignment, you can check out Khan Academy. I assigned different problems on there that are practice for perimeter, and there are also videos to help you as well. Okay? All right, so that is 11.1.